Good day. In today's musings, we will be talking about the academic argument. Now, oftentimes, when I'm asked to explain this concept to individuals new to academic writing, most recently I had this conversation with a group of undergraduate students. I help them to understand the concept by positioning it in the context of something that they are already familiar with, which is an argument, to have a verbal dispute with a family member or a child or a cousin, an uncle, a boss. And we've all had those experiences, so it's something that they could relate to. So then I asked them, who wins that fight? Who wins that verbal dispute? And from there we were able to discern a few characteristics, a few strategies that you could apply to argumentative writing to ensure that you bring your argument across very strongly. Right, so to create a strong academic argument. So I asked them to think about a situation that they recently were in, where they had one of these verbal disputes, and asked them to analyze retrospectively who won that battle, who won that verbal dispute, if anybody. And oftentimes no one wins because it's very emotional and it gets to a stalemate and it's better to just walk away. But they were able to identify a few interesting characteristics. So the person that can remain calm, the person that was able to come across clearly and concisely and state their viewpoint very accurately, often wins a battle, one of these verbal disputes or arguments. So that is relevant to argumentative writing, because in argumentative writing, our message, our stance, our view needs to be communicated to an audience, right? So if we can do so in a clear way, a concise way, so that relates to the type of words we use, the way that we construct our sentences, so that there's no uncertainty on what your particular view or stance is on the phenomena you're investigating, you are good to go. The second aspect is, oftentimes in these arguments, because we don't pre-plan them, because we sort of just get into these heated debates, we don't really focus our arguments around certain particular points. So we don't structure our arguments. So that is the next relevant point. So for us to be able to come across as logical and coherent, we need to take the time to plan out our argument. So each argument has a main statement, so that's the main view that we are trying to bring across. But that main statement or view is based on certain things, certain sub-statements and sub-views that you hold. So if you want to create a logical and a clearly structured argument, you need to plan those out first. So what is it that I'm saying and why is it that I'm saying these things? And then understand, how do they interrelate? How do they connect? The third part is, oftentimes these verbal disputes end when someone is able to produce evidence to support their particular view. So the husband says to the wife, I'm late because I helped a motorist next to the road to fix a tire. The wife phoned the pub and found out that the husband was there. She's got the evidence. So the last bit is that the strength of an argument resides on the value or the integrity of the evidence that supports it. Now, in academic writing, that takes the form of sources. So we do our reading. We read widely on a particular phenomena and we select very particular sources to support our view and put that into our academic writing. So that's it for today. But just to summarize, a good academic argument is clear and concise. It is well structured and logical and is properly evidenced. Until next time, enjoy.